My name is Gabe Zollner. I'd like to spend a few minutes this afternoon and talk about a few things that people might find to be of interest. But before I do that, I'd like to quote two people. Edward R. Morrow. He said that a nation of sheep will beget a government of wolves. And another gentleman, William Penn, those who will be not governed by God will be ruled by tyrants. Both of those statements are pretty darn accurate considering where we're at right now. You know what's really interesting is that Obama really took off winning, or supposedly winning, when it was determined that Ohio went in his direction. And in Ohio, there's one county in particular called Lucas County. They have 91,000 residents. And 91,000 residents, I don't know how many of those are on food stamps, but there's 1.7 million Ohio residents on full stamps. So I got to believe a fair percentage of those in Lucas County are also on food stamps. And I guess Obama has a strange way of showing his gratitude for those people that have allowed him to continue flying around in Air Force One for the next who knows how long. And the reason I say that is that all those folks in Ohio, 1.7 million of them, are going to receive $50 less a month in food stamps. Now, that savings adds up to around $520 million annually. Now, I'm sort of surprised that, number one, he started off doing what he's doing to the residents in Ohio based on what they did for him. I got to believe a lot of those folks are not happy campers right now. And you know what really bothers me as well? Is you take a look at California. They have 55 electoral votes. Those folks can't balance a budget. They're probably worse off than Greece. And why would they be allowed to have such an impact on the future direction of this country when they can't balance their own budget? That's insane. But anyway, we have bigger problems than that. One of the problems that we have is our language. I really, truly do believe that if he's allowed to remain in power, and if there isn't a demand for a recount, starting with Ohio, and if Ohio is proven to be that millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people didn't vote for who they said they voted for, and if that happens, then other states that are swing states should also go through recounts as well. If Obama's allowed to stay in power, because none of the states are going to go through recounts, then my recommendation is to go back to school. And the reason we should all go back to school is we're going to have to study another language. And that language is not Spanish. Although people might think it's Spanish. No. What we have in the White House is we have a Muslim Arab. So the language that I recommend we study is Arabic, because it'll help us understand Sharia law, because that's coming here as well, if he's allowed to stay in power. Look what he's doing to Ohio. Is that how you thank people? But you know, the only one he cares about is himself. And so I got to believe you folks in Ohio, especially in Lucas County, are really, really not going to have a good time beginning January 1st. If you feel you got taken to the woodshed, you did. But so did the rest of this country. Thank you.